Islam continuing. Okay, it's October the 31st, 2020, my thing. So I just walked across the crosswalk. So just like those cars slowed down for me to walk, that's what happened. And this police undercover car, okay, so a black male behind her ran into the back of her. She had completely stopped. And when the undercover, and right next to her, right at this crosswalk, there was a undercover car, or looked like an SUV. His lights went on. Just so happened. And then when he got out and saw that I was took out my tablet, he said, he F-U-C-K-U. Then I continued to record because I thought it was odd. Because I was telling you, Dwayne Bay, on my path to work, I see a lot of police cars. Right now, I am experiencing 4 sharp pains. Hold on, in my left ankle. Hold on one moment. 4 sharp pains right now as I'm walking. That was Miss Phyllis. I just saw Miss Phyllis drive by, the manager. I thought that was, I'm pretty sure that was her. As I passed those that was dressed in military cadets, the 4 sharp pains in my left ankle left. And that looked like Miss Phyllis, definitely. She left a little bit, maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes before I got off the clock, approximately. So, I was telling you how on my path to work I would see car accidents. And some of them looked like people got hurt. And I was like, gosh, you know, it would be awful to think that this would be staged, where it looks like they're trying to prove a point, but all the while receiving insurance money. Islam receiving insurance money because insurance companies pay out. Okay, so it looks like, oh, you know, that looked like they're acting. Now you got to look at the financial aspect of someone acting. It's just like, what's the word? For instance, I just had a thought. You know how the conspiracy theorists, they spoke about 9/11, and then Cynthia McKinley said trillions of dollars were missing after 9/11. Okay, so right now my ankle is hurting again as I walk, and I think I heard someone say brother a little while ago, about maybe 25 seconds ago. So Cynthia McKinley was brought up trillions of dollars missing after 9/11. So now 9/11 was demonstrating a terrorist attack, but Cynthia McKinley said there were trillions of dollars missing. And then the conspiracy theorists also said there's money, that there was a lot of money made. So, you know, thousands of people were killed, were murdered in 9/11, thousands. And some of them died afterwards from what they experienced, from the debris and other health problems they had. So there was bloodshed or sacrifice, and then there's money being missing. The conspiracy theorists I've heard them just come out and say sacrifice or bloodshed, and then there was money made, a lot of money made. So when you're dealing with car accidents and people saying brother, like they're trying to slavery, like something's wrong, like an animal, And you think you might focus on the word brother, slave breeding, right? This is just a thought, Dwayne Baffoday. But then you got to think about the insurance money that's being dished out. The insurance money. Because the insurance company, when you have insurance on your car, you get paid. You get paid. So, and so there's other ways you can make money also. I'm pretty sure there's other loopholes dealing with insurance fraud. So that was my thought. You know, I'm not accusing, saying that's what happened just today, but you know, I found it, you know, like I said, the police officer got out his car when I was crossing the road, and I witnessed the car accident, because I kept seeing car accidents constantly as I would walk on my path to work. Or the helicopters, look like police helicopters. Helicopter flying in the air. And then he got out the car and said he F-U-C-K you. So once again, it's easy to present one thing where people are focusing on one aspect of what's going on and hiding the money, the financial benefits of doing something unlawful. You know, so they hide the financial benefits they are receiving by being unlawful, because they know people are focusing or trying to drive or whatever, or just get back and forth safely. Okay, and so they keep focusing on one thing, all the while. So you show one hand and you don't see what the back hand is doing. So that's what the conspiracy theorists were accusing things about 9/11. But some would even think it's deeper than just people making money, and thousands of some conspiracy theorists, and thousands of people being murdered without a just reason or explanation of what happened. So, and then also, okay, how I knew there was an accident was people started in Burger King saying, there's an accident, you know. I kept working. I tried not to ignore it and kept taking orders or doing what I need to do, because there's plenty of accidents in front of Burger King and on this road at West Street and on my path to work. And it's interesting, in New York, I was there for over a year and a half. I didn't see not one accident. New York is much busier on the streets than here. I didn't see not one accident. In Annapolis, Maryland, where you have the United States military, the Navy and Army, the Marine. In fact, a guy came in today with a black male with a Marine shirt on. And I remember, because after he left, I felt a sharp pain around my anus. He had the word Marine on his shirt or his sweater, because after he left, I felt a sharp pain around my anus. Right here where you have the military, there's accidents, a lot of accidents. It's interesting. In New York, the roads are busy constantly. I did not experience not one accident or saw one accident on the road in New York. And I was there for a year and a half, approximately. Maybe a year and 5 months. So, and I was out constantly out, had to be. So I think I would say, I can't, look, this is the same truck. Every time I walk this way, someone's got Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Look at that. Every time I walk here, this same van is here. I wonder if there's some form of group that they're having when I walk this way. So, okay, so everyone is looking to see on the accident at Burger King, but I continue. Then I started to experience 4 sharp pains around my nipple. And the police moved the accident in Burger King's parking lot. Okay? And then they were there for a while. Couldn't help but see it because there was so much commotion. And this is the Annapolis police. It looked like. And then later, Nathan, I remember this happening as well. Because you hear the sirens right now. Later, Nathan, he nudged my shoulder to get my attention. I said, Nathan, call my name. He's a black male at Burger King I work with. I think he's still under status as a manager. I'm not sure. I think that's what he told me. Anyway, I said, Nathan, just don't call my name. Call my name. Don't nudge my shoulder. Don't push my shoulder. And then I went to make drinks for a customer, and Heather, I heard the sirens just like you hear now. Heather said, "Hun." Instead of hum, like, okay, hun, instead of calling my name out, or just saying, Rhonda, excuse me, or whatever. And I said, Heather, don't forget, don't say, just call my name, just address me as my name, because at Burger King, they have a motto, connect, appreciate, respect everyone. And so I've made it clear, I think, with everybody to just call me by my name. Don't call me baby. Don't say Mo. Even though I'm still hearing Mr. Thomas, the black male manager, he's saying Mo still to many customers. Definitely, it sounds like he's saying it. It's not like he's trying to hide it. And he addressing the customers by the M-O, the word Mo. So Heather addressed me like as hun, like, okay, hun. And I just politely told her again. But and I said, okay, and I spoke my thoughts out loud. After she did, I said, I hear the sirens, so now that's a great encouragement for me to work quicker. And I said, no, to work smarter. So, and I said that to remind myself, because I thought it was interesting, because I'm hearing the sirens just like I hear now as I'm doing this video. As Heather is like right between, after Nathan nudged my shoulder to get my attention. Once again, he's a black male. And Heather, who would be considered pale skin, I don't know if she claimed a nationality or not, said hun. So it would just remind me of that thought of just, what I experienced, because I started to experience 4 sharp pains. It reminded me also when I was at the food pantry, and there were a lot of Spanish speaking around me. They could have been from Mexico, El Salvador. I have the video, and I was just speaking to you, Dwayne Bafube, and speaking about naturalization, and I was experiencing 4 sharp pains. And as I started to speak about that, the sirens, like you heard just a few moments ago, went off. The people, the fire trucks were going back and forth with their sirens. So I know it costs money to, just like the police officers. Like I looked at the police pay, like the salary of the police officers here in Annapolis. I'm trying to remember what their salary is. I don't remember it being over 70,000 and or even 50,000. The police officers in Annapolis. And let's see here. And then I looked up the military, and I think the Navy, I think the most they make when they retire, I think it's over 100,000 when they retire, but they start off like 40,000, 35. I'm not sure. I gotta look it up again, but it's not. They don't pay a lot. They really don't. So you really, if you, they're not. When you decide to be in the Navy, the Army, or a police officer, and you're trying to serve, and you know that you are supposed to be serving the citizens and be a protectorate, it's important for them to have been naturalized to uphold constitutional laws. because you are dealing. Because if the government is not paying them or underpaying them, and they are outside of constitutional law, that means they have not taken an oath or affirmed to uphold laws of freedom, and a foreign entity need to use them. Islam need to use a foreign entity, a foreign government need to use them for terrorism or to abuse others, the citizens, subjugate. What will stop them? They're already underpaid. So I would think because I have military men and police officers in my family, I would think your heart really have to be into serving the public and really have a thought process of upholding laws of freedom. The Constitution, the U.S.A. Constitution of 1787, the 13th Amendment with 20 sections and all 4 of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, laws of freedom. I can't see someone who is a police officer saying he F-U-C-K-U, okay, and after there's a car accident, okay? So there's a car accident, and after I get the tablet out, a black male hit a pale skin from behind, and the police officer looks at me and said he F-U-C-K-U. So now if that's not abuse, what is? So that lets me know, and anybody who's paying attention, there's some really illegal and unlawful acts possibly being done, and that we don't see, whether it's drug dealing, illegal drug dealing, sex trafficking, money laundering. There's a lot of things, a lot of unlawful acts. Illegal marrying. Immigrants need a green card. There's a business in marrying immigrants. So this gets back to 9/11 when Cynthia McKinley asked what happened to the trillions of dollars after 9/11. It's the same with me with seeing all these car accidents in Annapolis, where in New York I didn't see not one, and the streets were, I would say, 5 times busier. Okay? So I'm like, I hope they have insurance money, right? I mean, insurance. I'm like, I hope they have insurance. But if they do have insurance and they need some extra money during these hard times or the times before the pandemic, maybe there's a loophole where they can make more money by staging a car accident. Money laundering, Islam. So on the surface, it looks like something else is going on because people are looking at this because it's right in front of them. But the truth is, I think you always got to look at the money trail. So when I see something that's odd, I look and see what kind of unlawful acts could be done for that which is odd to make money. How are they making some money from it? What kind of money being made? Because usually that's what they're afraid of those to know. What kind of money that's being made? Islam, or being done, or being exchanged, not made, being exchanged from hand to hand, hand to hand. Because once again, if you're unnaturalized and you're in the United States Navy and the Army, that means you haven't taken an oath or affirmed to uphold constitutional laws, okay? So you are vulnerable to be used as terrorists. You're vulnerable. You have the telepathic code. There's other sciences that affects the mind mentally, other sciences that can spread diseases, viruses, sexually transmitted diseases, whatever. You have experiments. What would stop you from not using these sciences and upon true American citizens? What would stop you from not behaving as a terrorist and being used by a corrupt bank or some form of a foreign entity? absolutely nothing if your morality is not high enough to say, hey, millions, how many soldiers died so that we can uphold these divine laws of freedom? The U.S.A. Constitution 1787, the 13th Amendment with 20 sections, and all 4 of Abraham Lincoln's. How many? You know? And if you don't respect that, and you are in the Navy and Army, you're definitely not going to respect, or a police officer or a Marine, you're definitely not going to respect a citizen. And if you are of something else, an experiment, a robot, some form of laboratory or unnatural species, why would you respect a natural being, a true American citizen? And why would you respect somebody's money, or money that's being made, or taxes that are being used, supposedly tax money, for the city? So as a Moorish American, I'm thankful to be naturalized in Mighty Great -Bey. My son, Arrington-Bey, naturalized to uphold these divine laws of freedom. You know, we try our best to demonstrate a lawful, as much as possible, ethic and morality is somehow, as much as possible. We tried the Wayne Baffle Bay. Islam. I'll talk to you later. It's October the 31st, 2020. Halloween, the blue moon.